Okay, folks, I hope we're putting nobody off the tee here. This is a bit close. There's not much I can do. There's nowhere to film in this place. No big table, no nothing. So it's a bit close. So I hope you've all that. I do apologise. Right, what does old Dan Woodburn say? No spin, no bias, no censorship. I'll go. No breasts, no nipples, and definitely no censorship on this channel. As I said to you folks a couple of days ago, I'm on my holidays. It's my first day. I'm not going to be dressed up. It's too hot for it. It's going to be a vest every time. But you won't be seeing the breasts of the nipples. Don't worry about that. You really would be put off your tee. So there'll be none of that. But censorship? No. We won't be censored. Don't worry about that. This is going to be a real quick one because I had a quick look at my usual channels today for information. Well, I tried to. I didn't get time. We flew early. It's been a long day. And I've really not seen much at all today. There's only probably 3 things I'm going to discuss, and they'll all be pretty quickly. Videos after today will be a little bit longer. And at the end of every video, I'll let you know where I'm going that night or where I went the night before. For those of you who happen to come to Tenerife and know it well, there will be a few of you. There's bound to be. We're going to start with that old mate of mine, old Kim Woodburn. She raised head above the parapet yesterday, didn't she? And I missed her. I'm absolutely gutted. I've read about her, but I missed her. Then we're going to go on to Prince Andrew, another favourite of ours, and then Mo Salah. He's been on here a few times as well. It's going to be a quick one, this. I've not got a lot to say about any other than probably the first one, because we like old Kim. She's good for a laugh, if nothing else, don't we? And that'll be it. Now, tomorrow, I've got access to a few more bits and pieces, so hopefully there'll be a bit more content. And by Monday, we'll be flying, although I have got in. I've put on the TV in this here apartment, and I've seen there's no YouTube. I get a lot of info from there, but I've got another way of getting it, so leave it with me, folks. Right, Kim, old Kim Woodburn, where's she been? I thought she'd died. We've not heard. I hadn't heard of her for weeks, and I thought, she must be on Wooten. She's always on Wooten. No, there's been no Kim Woodburn, and I thought, he's scared of having her on there. He's worried what she's going to say about him and his possible pending court cases, and I thought, he's decided not to have her on. Or maybe Kim's thought to herself, no, I'm not going on there with all these accusations about Dan. I want him to defend himself and get it all sorted first before I go on there. And I thought, good of you, Kim, principled. I like that. But for all I'm glad she's shown her head again, it happened to be on his show last night, and I wish she'd have done it somewhere else, but maybe she hasn't got another vehicle, so maybe she had to go on there. I don't know. Anyway, she's having a pop at old Vorders. Carol Vorderman, isn't she? Oh, she's having a right pop. Similarly, Vorders she's been putting messages up for months now about various MPs. She doesn't like the Conservatives, and she's been having a dig at another prominent MP. And she said he's been behind a friend of his getting lots of PPE contracts. Now, I don't like that myself. I don't. If she was having a pop at old, is it Michelle Moan and her fella? Great, because what they've done is shocking. But it turns out, from what I can gather, this politician that she's been having digs at on Twitter and everywhere else, all this guy has done has accepted some paperwork of somebody he knows and passed it on to others for him to look at. He's not passed it himself, he's not got involved in it himself, and he's not received any money of any kind. And I believe it's been proved. So really, Voters has been a little out of order, and I believe she took all her tweets down, or so Kim tells us. But Kim saying she's gone too far, she shouldn't have done it without proof, and maybe she's got a point, and she should be sacked. And I thought, well, what can she be sacked from? She's not got a job, has she? She does 10 minutes here or there, from what I know. Maybe she's got a job viewers. I don't know. I've seen her on This Morning. I think I've seen her on GB News in the past. Might see her on BBC from time to time. But I don't think she's got a job. But no, Kim, I like the fact that you're having a dig again. I tell you what, you went in jack boots on, didn't you, on Old Voters? You mustn't like her. I never knew. But anyway, you're right. She was out of order. Nice to have seen you again, Kim, but just disappointed it was on Wooten's show. And I know a lot of my viewers like Wooten, but I think until these accusations get defended and defended properly, we can't be on his side and we can't like him. But that's only my views. As I say, I've lost one good, it's a customer, good subscriber, I think I have, and I'm ashamed, sorry to see her go. She was one of my faves. I've got a few faves on here. She was a nice lady, but I think she's gone because I don't like old Dan. Well, I just don't like what he's accused of. And there's that many accusations there. I'm sure some of it must be true, but I may be wrong. Now, we move on. Talking of accusations, old Randy Andy, Prince Andrew. Now, this is bad. I mentioned it yesterday, day before. I said there's accusations against him But I said at the time, I don't really believe them. And I still don't. But they've got a little worse now. Not the accusations got worse, there's more evidence. But the evidence to me looks very, very, what do they call it, grainy? Very, very grainy. What's supposed to have happened is he's supposed to have been dallying with a boy and a girl. And I say boy and girl, not male and female, I mean boy and girl. Very young, very underage. It's supposed to have been witnessed. But this witness has come out and accused him of all this, but hasn't really got any evidence or shown us any evidence. Anyway, this was 2 or 3 days ago, and I thought, it's only on dodgy websites and whatever else. It's in none of the major newspapers. It's on none of the major TV channels. I can't believe it. We know Andy, as I said, is a bit of a fool. No, he's a lot of a fool. We know he's a freeloader, but I can't believe he's going to get involved with children. He's not that stupid, surely. Or at least I think, or thought. But yesterday I see something on YouTube where somebody's got a video of a guy, all grainy, all with a dodgy background, with no correct name, accusing him, saying, well, I brought these 2 children to him, a boy and a girl, 12, 13, 14-year-olds. He sent me away to go and get something for them both, and I came back and they were in such a state of distress, and I think he'd done this and done that to them. But the thing is, the guy's not using his name, the voice has been doctored, you can't see his face, so for me it's just all a load of crap. And I don't want it to happen, although I don't particularly like Andrew, because we're talking kids, and we don't want anything to happen to kids, do we? But I said I'd keep you abreast of things as they come up, and that's all that's come up to now. If I hear more, I'll let you know. I can't see it being true, I'll say that again. Let's hope it's not. But that's where we're at now. And finally, probably Mo Salah. And I've got a funny story after Mo Salah about subscribers and customers, where I get them mixed up there. Mo Salah, yeah, he's not gone to Saudi, has he? It's surprising, because I thought he was going to go. And all I can say is, as a fan of a team that's also looking at getting in the top 4, that's a concern. I would have rather have him gone. He would have weakened Liverpool immeasurably. But as a football fan and a Premier League supporter, we didn't want him to go, did we? No, we didn't. He's good for our league that he stayed. And what I will say now, and I'm being honest here when I say this with old Mo, lots of people have had a pop at Jordan leaving and going over there, and rightly so. You can't be this big LGBT and whatever else it is supporter, speak out for that community on many occasions, and then go over there to that regime. You just cannot do that. Yeah, he has. I'm not saying Mo Salah's got anything against that community, but he's not been his voice for us. And the thing is with Mo Salah, he could have gone over there for possibly the biggest transfer fee of all time, the biggest wages of all time, or one of the biggest, and he's knocked up the money and run, which is admirable. So I think that's great of him, and I think should he go next year when he's 32 for probably less money and less wages, who can blame him? Nobody can. We won't knock him. That's where we are. And my funny story, a mate of mine, he died not that long ago, but a few years ago he had a restaurant, something similar to a McDonald's, and one day somebody came into the restaurant there and said to him, oh, he said, Pete, he said, such and such your body's died. And my mate said, oh, he's not, has he? He said, yeah. He said, when did he die? He said, a couple of days ago. And my mate Pete said, oh, I'm gutted. He said, he was coming here with his son about 3 times a week. Oh, he said, I'll really miss him. And the bloke said to him, well, Pete, you don't want to be worried about him not coming in here anymore. He said, imagine how his wife and son feel. They've lost a father and an husband. He said, I know. He said, but he was one of my best customers. But he said, I don't know how I'm going to get over it. This fella said to him, I thought he was a friend of yours as well. He said, oh, he was a friend as well, but more importantly, he was a good customer. He said, they're hard to come by good customers. You can always get another friend. Couldn't believe it. But that's how I feel a little bit. I mean, somebody has unsubscribed today. 3 more have subscribed, but when one goes, I'm gutted. When I lose any single one of you, I'm gutted, although I don't know who you are. I'm gutted because I think I'm doing something wrong, but 3 have jumped on board, so I suppose 3 for 1's not a bad swap, is it really? But I hate it when anyone goes, I really do. But I'll still keep doing my best, and if I lose people, I'll lose them. If people don't agree with me, then I'm sorry, but I've got to tell you what my truth is, haven't I? My truth, that's a silly line, but I have, haven't I? Anyway, I'm going to a place called Mario's tonight. It's the Mario's near the Pheasant Plucker in Costa Adeje. If anyone's been there, you'll love it. I bet you like it like me. If you've not been there, you must try it. It's a restaurant that does brilliant food at a very, very fair price. What I mean by that is it's reasonably cheap. but it's not a cheap restaurant. It isn't cheap food. It isn't crap food. And I think I'll be on the duck, because I love the duck there. Now, any of you that are watching that are vegetarians, please don't unsubscribe just because I eat meat. But I do. It's one of my vices. I'm sorry. Anyway, day 1 in Tenerife. Let's see how it goes. I'll no doubt be filming again later tomorrow. I'll probably have a long lie-in. I've travelled a lot today, and I'll probably drink a lot tonight. Anyway, have fun, everybody. Good day to everybody. Let's knock this off and then get it downloaded.